At the Hattiesburg campus of USM, some students are concerned about their safety while staying in the dorms and have started taking steps to improve it. President Trump's new immigration policy is reaching all corners of the nation. See how these policies are affecting students at USM. Mississippi is suffering from underfilled teaching positions across the state. A local county shares their struggles with filling these jobs. We have some Lady Golden Eagle basketball and softball updates, along with what's happening with the Lady Golden Eagle soccer team. Don't go anywhere. These stories plus your SMTV 6-day forecast. SMTV News for Thursday, February 6th starts now.
From the Chuck Scarborough Television Studio on the campus of the University of Southern Mississippi, this is SMTV News. News you can use.
Hello USM, thank you for joining us. I'm Kennedi Drake. Here are your top news stories for today. Dorm students are calling for help from the administration. They are petitioning to get cameras to help with bike thieves and their safety. SMTV reporter Gabby Cox has more.
A petition was started to install security cameras in the back area of Wilbur Residence Hall. Many students claim to have had their bikes stolen, cars vandalized, and more. I wanted to take a deeper look and see why students were so quick to sign the petition.
Well, I signed it because I feel like it's kind of unsafe walking back, like when it's really dark outside. I feel a little bit unsafe walking with no protection or anything. Like, I've had like my own bike taken and I have no idea how to get it back. I don't know how to like find it, and there was no cameras or anything, so there's no way for me to get that back at all.
The petition gained over 160 signatures in just 24 hours. The students who have signed this petition hope that adding cameras will foster a safer environment. The petition has comments from students sharing their experiences and why they want cameras in the back areas.
I continue to let my residents know that they need to exercise their rights and continue to advocate for themselves. That's important. In my position, I can only do so much. The students have all the power, and I think they should take more action into using that power to make the campus what they want the campus to be.
The petition is the first step of action. It is now up to the students to sign it and the university to decide. Students are using their voices for good and advocating for something to be done. Gabby Cox, SMTV.
Thank you for that awesome report, Gabby. It's important for students to advocate their voices and share what's important to them. Now, this next story will have you wanting to know more. STDs are on the rise on college campuses. How aware are students of the risk? And what can they do to stay safe? Our reporter, Kiara Fox, takes a closer look at the issue.
Rates of sexually transmitted diseases among college students are on the rise, with factors like inconsistent protection use and lack of testing. Health experts urge students to prioritize sexual health and how often you should be tested to prevent the spread.
Okay, so if you are not sexually active, or if you only have one sexual partner, then you can do testing yearly, so annually, like at your yearly checkup. If you have multiple sexual partners, or if you have a non-exposure, you should get tested immediately. If you become pregnant, you should get tested. And then if you have any symptoms, obviously, then you should be tested.
According to health professional Melanie Blayton, here at the Moffitt Health Center on the USM campus, there was a total of 22 positive cases of gonorrhea, 70 cases of chlamydia, as well as 1 case of syphilis, all within the 2024 fall semester.
Like, one night could ruin you for the rest of your life. So I really, as a nursing major, I encourage people to use protection, and I also encourage people to please get tested, especially if you never met that partner before, you don't know them like that.
For more information or to schedule an appointment with the Moffitt Health Center, visit shsweb.usm.edu. Kiara Fox, SMTV.
We have plenty of resources on campus. If you have any questions about STDs, go ahead and visit the Moffitt Health Center. Now, this next story is very interesting. The Center for Community Engagement and the Gulf Scholars Program hosted a USM Community Connect Fair on Thursday, January 20th. The research and volunteer fair took place from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the Cook Union Library on the Hattiesburg campus. The Community connects with fair-hosted USM
partners from the Gulf South, like Family YMCA and Mississippi Goats, that help make the Gulf Coast a better community.
So this is a partnership between the Gulf Scholars Program on the Southern Miss Gulf Coast campus and then the Center for Community Engagement here on campus. But basically the idea is there's a lot of organizations out in the community, a lot of them nonprofits who have volunteer needs, but also research needs, internship opportunities, and then we have a lot of students who are looking for these opportunities. And so we just wanted to have everyone in the same space to facilitate those connections.
The Community Connect Fair helped connect students to different community organizations and on-campus resources, like Drapeau Center for Undergraduate Research.
So we have lots and lots of different opportunities for USM students to get involved. I'm here in my capacity as the co-director of the Center Drapeau Center for Undergraduate Research, and we want to sponsor students who have an interest in community engaged research projects. We have special money set aside, so if you have a passion for working with the community and it is also involving your own original research, we want to be able to help you.
For students looking to get involved, many of these organizations are still accepting volunteers and applications. To learn more, visit Center for Community Engagement. This is Suvi Lama for SMTV.
For students looking to get involved, many of these organizations are still accepting volunteers and applications. To learn more, visit Center for Community Engagement. Spring break is known for party and fun, so is Mardi Gras. Usually for USM students, these two breaks fall on separate weeks. However, this academic year, that is not the case. Stephanie Perez-Munoz has more information.
This academic year, students will not be able to celebrate Mardi Gras and spring break separately. Both breaks will fall on the week of March 2nd through March 9th. University Registrar Greg Pierce spoke more on the reasoning behind this change.
Consolidating the Mardi Gras and the spring break week, that would allow us to meet our contact minutes or come within the framework of our contact minutes for our 24 meeting patterns, to be able to finish up the second week in May, which approximately was May 9th, is commencement for Hattiesburg, and then the 10th for the coast.
Students may think this is a negative switch, but it may benefit them in the long run.
We were hoping that, that from a beneficial perspective, that it benefited the student. I mean, at least the SGA president felt that way, and the committee felt that way when they took that in consideration. That being able to finish up that May 9th time period was a little bit more beneficial, for most people.
For more information on the academic calendar, you can visit www.usm.edu/registrar/calendar. Stephanie Perez-Munoz, SMTV.
Although these two breaks are combined, at least we can have a big celebration. Here at the Southern Miss Student Media Center, some of our students who work for SM2 attended the Southeast Journalism Conference in Starkville this past weekend. The conference was a weekend filled with networking opportunities, broadcast lectures, and an award-winning, highlighting the best of the South. The Student Media Center took home first place for the best website. SMTV's former anchor and reporter Bethel Miles took home first place best TV reporter, first place hard news reporter, second place TV journalist, and third place radio journalist. Abigail Troth received fourth place best artist and illustrator. Lastly, Devin Whitson took home second place best sports writer. Congratulations to all our SM2 media employees and organizations. Coming up on SMTV News, Gabby Cox will let you know if you'll need a raincoat for this weekend. We also have our report on how President Trump's immigration policy will affect future and current international students at USM.
You can just keep watching and scrolling. and the world will still feel like it's falling apart. Or you can take action by joining a movement that's creating lasting change instead. Because at World Vision, we believe that no situation is hopeless. Join a movement that's changing the world for good.
Hi, I'm Leland Melvin, and I traveled to space twice as a NASA astronaut. Space technologies help protect our precious Earth. Space helps us monitor changes in carbon emissions, track the pace of climate change. It even helps us fight natural disasters. Make sure that you get out to your local science museum or go to spaceforall.us to explore and learn about space and science. Space is for all.
Hey Eagles, I'm Gabby Cox, and here is your SMTV weather report. Today will be warm with a temperature of 76. We'll have a high of 81 with a 24% chance of rain. The temperature will drop to 62 degrees later tonight with winds around 6 miles per hour. Let's take a look at the rest of our week. Friday and Saturday, we can expect similar weather patterns. Partly cloudy with highs in the low 80s and lows at 64. Sunday will also be partly cloudy, but we will feel the temperature drop and see clouds and fog in intervals. Monday and Tuesday, the temp continues to fall. Monday will be mostly cloudy and the high will be 63. Tuesday, expect a high of 58 and very cloudy sky, which brings us to the rain chances. Our rain chances for Friday are 11% during the day. Saturday, we will see those chances increase to 19%. As we move into Sunday and Monday, the rain chances will increase yet again, staying around 23% until Monday night when we reach 53. Grab an umbrella on your way out the door Tuesday because the chances of rain will increase to 57%. That's all for your SMTV weather report. See you again soon, Southern Miss.
Thank you for the weather report, Gabby. It's great to see a fresh face in the studio. It has been less than a month since President Trump took office, and he has already made many executive orders. These orders include the mass deportation of migrants and increased visa restrictions. According to the White House, President Trump's policies will take bold action to secure our border and protect American communities. This has led to Mississippi lawmakers to propose a law to offer a monetary reward to bounty hunters for catching illegal immigrants.
But we do know that consular officials have some specific guidance from the administration, and it sounds like it will be getting stricter. So just to give you an example, all of our international students must share their social media handles ahead of their visa appointment. So it's something for our international students to think about, that beyond the regular security checks, they're also getting vetted on social media and other databases that the U.S. government has access to.
Trump's executive order to increase visa restrictions could affect the number of international students that we see in higher education in the coming years. Now moving along, we still have Alvia Walker updating us on what's happening in sports and a list of events happening this week. You should keep track of this. All of this and more coming up.
Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome to Beyond Borders. It is a talk show where we talk about different cultures around the world and we share our cultural perspectives with our audience.
Since Nepal is comparatively a small country, I make sure that people know where I belong from, where I stand from, how our festivals and culture is like.
So yeah, learning about y'all's culture is nice because there's not a lot of good representation here.
They're definitely different, even though like we have kind of like some of the same celebrations in the US, like they're different, like because there's a cultural influence.
Have a nice day. We gon' have a pie day. Greer's got it frozen. Yeah, you should know this.
The great thing about a hearing check? No one makes you drink weird stuff, or drills your teeth, or dilates your eyes. It's just soothing me time in a quiet booth. Then bam, you can do the happy dance, because you're all done.
Untreated hearing loss puts you at greater risk for depression and anxiety. So what's holding you back? Let's see a hearing professional and get those ears checked. And let's dance.
Welcome back to SMTV. I'm Kaylin Fox Thomas with your community calendar update. First, on Friday, February 7th, the National Juried Poster Show that opened its doors on the 4th will continue its exhibition, which is open to the public from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the George Hurst Building Gallery of Art and Design. Next up, on Tuesday the 11th, poet Ada Limon will be partnering with the University Forum to talk about the role poetry plays in our lives. She'll be speaking in Bennett Auditorium at 6:30 p.m. Be sure to bring your student ID. On Wednesday the 12th, SMAC will be presenting Godzilla x Kong in the Joe Paul Student Theater from 7 to 9 p.m. Make sure you have your student ID for admission so you can see the two greats together. Finally, on February 14th, The Fresh will be hosting a Valentine's Day celebration during lunch from 10:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. That's all for the community calendar update. I'm SMTV's Kaylin Fox Thomas, and I'll see you next time, Southern Miss.
Thank you, Kaylin. This week is full of events. Be sure to mark them on your calendar. Now, on to our next story. Each week, SMTV News partners with the Roy Howard Community Journalism Center to bring you stories on a wide range of topics impacting people and communities in the southeast of Mississippi. The center is based in College Hall on the USM campus in Hattiesburg. These news bureaus at the USM Gulf Park campus in Long Beach and at the state capitol in Jackson. This week, Mississippi is facing a critical teacher shortage, with rural areas like Greene County hit the hardest. School leaders are struggling to recruit train experienced educators, staff shortages that are having a profound impact on students and teachers alike. Morgan Gill spoke with Superintendent Charles Breland, who shared concerns about the growing crisis and emphasized the importance of strong, qualified teachers.
The Mississippi Department of Education reports over 5,100 vacancies statewide for the 2024-2025 school year, spanning teaching, administrative, and support staff roles. It's a small increase from last year, but the impact of constant openings is wearing on school districts, especially those in rural and high-poverty areas like Greene County.
We need good teachers. We need good, strong individuals that know their content and know how to deal with children, because it takes both.
Greene County's challenges are compounded by its higher-than-average poverty rate, nearly 20% compared to the national rate, just over 12%. Breland says this makes it even harder to recruit and retain teachers, especially in critical areas like STEM and special education. Erica Jones, president of the Mississippi Association of Educators, say low wages remain a key barrier.
It seems as if every time Mississippi raises their teacher salary, our neighbors also raise the teacher salaries. So it's almost like it's a moving scale each time.
Mississippi teachers earn an average salary of about $53,000 a year, among the lowest in the nation, and face a 27% pay gap compared to other professionals with similar education. Teacher turnover is another challenge, with nearly 1 in 4 leaving each year. Experts say the problem is worse in high-poverty areas like Greene County, as well as majority-minority schools, where larger class sizes and fewer resources add to the strain. Efforts to address the crisis are underway. The Mississippi Department of Education is launching an educator talent portal to improve recruitment efforts. Meanwhile, programs like William Carey University's Grow Your Own Teacher Education program are helping to fast-track students into teaching careers.
Usually about 150 a year graduate through our Grow Your Own program, if you count the teacher assistants and the high school students who are coming through. We graduate about 500 education students each year.
Superintendent Breland says the stakes are high for districts like his, but he remains hopeful.
but just working with our legislators, working with our communities, and supporting our educators in the classroom is just one step in helping this teacher shortage that we're currently experiencing.
I'm Morgan Gill, reporting for the Roy Howard Community Journalism Center.
While initiatives like the Educator Talent Portal and Grow Your Own programs help get educators ready for work, education advocates say systematic changes like increased funding for teaching salaries and resources are critical to solving Mississippi's teacher shortage. They aim to get lawmakers, school leaders, and communities to work together to find solutions so every student has access to qualified educators and a high-quality education. Coming up next in sports, we have SMTV 2024 basketball recap for you. SMTV. Just stay here, don't go anywhere.
Community Journalism Center, amplifying truth and combating false information across Southeast Mississippi, reporting what matters and giving control to the community. With our What is True hotline, we're fighting back against misinformation and disinformation, making sure our communities get the facts straight from the source. Through trusted journalism and a dedicated fact-checking process, we ensure every story is accurate and fair. The Roy Howard Community Journalism Center at the University of Southern Mississippi, reporting what matters through the Scripps Howard Foundation. Visit rhcjcnews.com.
I'll be here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side. By your side. And every day is a different day. Everything isn't everything. Even when you think things could never ever be the same. Don't be scared of the world, I'll be here to stay. By your side. Even when your heart ain't listening, or your mind takes you a different way, towards a different path. All you gotta do is sit and ask. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
When the adults in a child's life talk early and often about the dangers of underage drinking, the message gets stronger every time.
I'll be by your side.
Talk. They hear you.
Good afternoon, Golden Eagles. I'm your SMTV sports anchor, Alvia Walker. We have a lot of Southern Miss sports for you, so let's get right into it. The Lady Golden Eagles are set for a thrilling 2025 softball season. The club has a tough 56-game schedule ahead of them this year, with 24 games here in Hattiesburg and 32 on the road. Head softball coach Natalie Poole has championship goals for this team ahead in the Lady Golden Eagles home opener February 12th against Ole Miss.
Overall for us, we want to be a postseason contender. And what that looks like for us means we've got to be over 500. We need to be in the top half of the conference and just competing well overall, kind of from the beginning to the end.
Passing it over to basketball. Our Lady Golden Eagles played the Troy Trojans at the Reed Green Coliseum this past Saturday. The Golden Eagles were dominated in a 25-point blowout. The Lady Golden Eagles' lead scorer was Nyla Jean. Jean had 17 points and 3 assists. The Lady Golden Eagles will be back in action on Saturday against the Ohio Bobcats at the Reed Green Coliseum, starting at 2 p.m. The game will be streamed on ESPN Plus for those who can't attend. On to men's. The Golden Eagle men's basketball won a close game against the Georgia Southern Eagles. The men Golden Eagles leading scorer was Denijay Harris. Harris had 19 points and 6 rebounds. The Golden Eagles will travel to Muncie, Indiana on Saturday to face against the Ball State Cardinals starting at 1 p.m. The game will stream on ESPN Plus for those who can't attend. Our SMTV Player of the Week is once again Denijay Harris. Harris leads the Golden Eagles to a victory, going for 7 for 8 at the free throw line, as well as 2 blocks for the team. Way to go, Denijay. This has been your SMTV Sports segment. I'm Alvia Walker, and as always, Southern Miss to the top.
Thank you, Alvia. Next up on SMTV News, students' reactions to the 67th Annual Grammy Awards show. Stay tuned.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
Hi, I'm Leland Melvin, and I traveled to space twice as a NASA astronaut. Space technologies help protect our precious Earth. Space helps us monitor changes in carbon emissions, track the pace of climate change. It even helps us fight natural disasters. Make sure that you get out to your local science museum or go to spaceforall.us to explore and learn about space and science. Space is for all.
The 67th Annual Grammy Awards show was live streamed on February 3rd this past Sunday. The Grammys are most known for its visually stunning music performances. However, there were some strong opinions about the winners of that night. USM student Braden Corley says his dissatisfaction with the Grammys started with the choice of nominations. He states the two albums he wanted to get Rap Album of the Year weren't even on the nomination list and had deserved to be there. Another USM student, Landon Rodas, said he agreed that most of the winners, but not all. Rodas says that he disagrees with the choice for Album of the Year, Beyonce's Cowboy Carter. He feels that the award was given to Beyonce because of who she is and not the quality of the album itself. Me personally, I look forward to the Grammys every year, and it's great to see artists showcase their artistic abilities. Well, that wraps up the end of this show. Thank you so much for watching SMTV News. Go ahead and make sure to follow, like, and subscribe to Southern Miss Student Media. You can also find us on Instagram at smtmedia.com. If you would like to submit a news tip, email us at sm2news@usm.edu. Remember to pick up the latest copy of the Student Prince newspaper. It's available on campus and at locations across Hattiesburg. And don't forget, you can get SMTV News on demand, additional SMTV programs, and WSM Radio anytime on our website, sm2media.com. Again, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week for SMTV News. I'm Kennedi Drake, and always remember, Southern Miss to the top.